Hi, this is the Serpina Spiritual Services podcast, where we talk about the overlap of spirituality and science. I'm your host, Heather, and I'm so glad you could join me today. Today's topic is going to be just an introduction of who I am, why I'm bringing this podcast to you, and what's relevant. Let's dive right in. So, growing up, I could never pinpoint my dream career. I really wanted to be everything. Through that journey, I was a theater major, which I dropped out. I went to cosmetology school. I got a bachelor's degree in education and a master's degree in marriage and family therapy, yet nothing really stuck for me. There came a time where my physical health led to my own burnout, and I had to step back and reflect on my life. After a long time of self healing and reflection, and some major life changes, I finally got to the point where my lifelong anxiety finally took the backseat, and I felt a freedom I had never experienced in my life. Through spiritual work and finding the tools that helped me, I was able to recover. Then, when I had the time that used to be for my rumination, I was able to research and find out the why behind the how of these methods that helped me. I bridged the gap between the spiritual and the science as much as possible, which I now want to share with my fellow humans. Not every tool is for every person, which is why I want to share it all with you. Tools that worked for me, tools that could have helped more, which might work better for you, and the reasons why they help people. Come along on my journey to share in my continuous research on combining two of my favorite things, spirituality and curiosity. I'm super excited to bring this podcast to you all and dive deep into topics that are super interesting to me, might feel relevant to all of you, and might help you on your healing journey. We all have individual learnings, individual growth patterns, and I really want to celebrate everybody's unique individual journey. Throughout all of my experiences, I've had a lot of people say, I know the cure, I have the answers, and through doing the work with them, the things that they suggested, I really found out that nobody has all of the answers for every single person, as much as they want to. And I will fully admit that. I'm still on my journey. I will be healing until the day I die. I strongly believe that. And I want to help all of you gather the tools and resources that work best for you. Because in my training through marriage and family therapy, um, I really came to the staunch belief that each person is the expert in themselves. So I'm not going to tell you that this is going to be the best method or you have to follow this way. I'm here to offer you tools and you decide if you need them. For example, if you're doing construction and I hand you a screwdriver when you need a hammer, that's not going to help you. But if I hand you a hammer and you need a hammer, that might be exactly what you need in that moment. I'm also very much a believer of trying things, and if they don't work for you, that's when you can kind of say, hey, that doesn't work for me. Or if you've tried adjacent things that definitely don't work, that also is valid. um, I hope you stick around on the journey though, and even if a certain tool doesn't work for you, maybe you can hang around and listen to why it might work, because you might come across someone and they need that tool and you can pass that along to them and have the reasoning behind why that helps people. um, I really am excited to bring this to you. All of this came to me when I wanted to talk about a lot of different things and I didn't know exactly what to kind of have a frame of reference for. And I decided, hey, let's go along the journey. Let's start talking about things that interest me. And I really love looking through both lenses. I don't like just saying, oh, this is the science way, or oh, this is just spirituality. I'm very much a blend of my Aquarius and Capricorn stelliums, of grounded Capricorn and innovative Aquarius. So I like to blend the two, and hopefully this is interesting to you all. Hopefully this reaches the target audience that I'm intending it to reach. And yeah, I really hope you all get some good advice, get some good information, and follow me along on the journey. I'm really excited to bring all of this to you. And I would also love to hear suggestions on things that you would be interested in hearing about. Some of the topics that I know I'm going to talk about is Reiki and nervous system regulation, somatic work, and how that releases stored trauma, sometimes better than just talking about it. I want to also dive into tarot cards and how they reflect archetypes, specifically Carl Jung and his archetypes that he talks about. And also, another topic that I am planning on bringing is shame and how everyone has it, and how to build resilience around it instead of overcoming it. To touch a little on that, everyone has shame. We all want to be included, we all want to have connection, community, and it's very much natural for every single one of us to experience shame. Some of us have more of it. God knows I had a lot of shame that I had to overcome, and it still comes up for me. It's not something that I can poof away. Um, but I am building resilience around it. So when the shame does pop up, I can work through it instead of it working against me. And I'd like to share some of those tools. Let me know which topic sounds most interesting to you. Also, drop down some topics that you find interesting, and even if you like the science side or the spiritual side, um, put either one of those, and I can come up with a way that they bridge together. I love researching. I love going down rabbit holes. That's one of my specialties. So, this podcast is super exciting for me because I get to do all of that, and I get to bring you all information and hang out with some cool people, because if you think all of this is cool, in my book, that makes you cool. Um, and yeah, just very excited. Thank you all for listening. I expect these podcasts to kind of be on the shorter side. Until I have guests, probably not going to be more than an hour long ever. But if I do have a guest or guests in the future, that's when those podcasts might be a little bit longer, because I know I can keep yapping. And bouncing off ideas from other people and having deep conversations is something that deeply interests me. And so, yeah, if you know someone who would be a great addition to the podcast, I would love to have some people on. Love to have conversations. But for now, we're just gonna talk about some cool information where spirituality and science overlap. So, thank you for listening to me chat for about 10 minutes. And I look forward to this journey we are all going to go on together. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, everyone.